construction, that is a house that's currently being built, you're going to have some different considerations than if you're buying a house that was just finished in a neighborhood that's already established. I'm Elise Glink, and here's today's Real Estate Minute. So for my money, when you go around and look at new construction, what you really need to do is look at questions of the developer's viability, the community's viability, and what you need to understand about living in that community. So let's start at the top. How many homes have actually sold in this new development? Are you the first in or the last in? Have any of these homes already resold? Is there a way to establish value from any other homes that exist in this neighborhood by looking at similar developments nearby? All right. So when you're buying in a house, buying a new house in a community, establishing value is really key to understanding where the appraisal is going to come in at and understanding what the developer is going to do. So value is really important. Does the developer actually deliver what he's promised? And the way you're going to figure that out is if there are any other homes in this neighborhood, knock on some doors and talk to your neighbors, your future neighbors, about their experiences with this developer. What happened when they did the upgrades and the options? Were they treated fairly? Are they angry at the developer? Are they happy? What would they change in the house? If you don't knock on that door, you're not going to be able to figure out exactly what the developer's doing right or wrong. And you can find out if there's been any other work done to these homes after closing that maybe you can use for, again, the valuation of it. The biggest concern that I would have about buying in an unfinished development is that it could take years to be completed. And that's what a lot of people found out in 2003, 04, 05, and 06. And in many cases, the development never got completed as planned. One of my executive producers who lives in Atlanta bought through a development about halfway through, thought she got a great deal. The developer went bankrupt. The property went back to the bank. New people bought it, came in, and they started building properties that were $100,000 less than what she paid for her home. How many years is it going to take for that property to now sell out that full development and the prices rise to a place where her value is actually going to firm up? And that's really serious. Another issue is when you move into a partially finished community, a lot of the other assets of the community aren't finished, right? The pool house, parking deck, any other kind of assets are going to be finished last, right? If I were the developer, I'd spend money building the park after I finished all the hardscape. So when you're first in, you're taking a really big risk. That's why you want the lower price to compensate for that as well. So all in all, buying in a partially completed development definitely has inherent risks, and you could so regret making the purchase. I just want you to understand the risks and understand what you're getting into. One of the reasons that I often recommend using a real estate agent to assist you in buying new construction is it at least allows you to go in with somebody who knows what they're doing, who understands a little bit about this developer, who can guide you to some other communities and people who have bought that this developer had sold to. That person should hopefully have spoken with the building department in the local community. But if they haven't, you should go talk to the building department and find out, are there any problems with this developer? Has anybody had any issues? Have they had to go in and cite the developer? You want to find a real estate developer who has worked regularly in the area with similar property sizes and pricings during the last 5 to 10 years. In other words, don't gamble with your money on an unproven track record. I'm Elise Glink. If you want to learn more about investing in real estate, check out my Intentional Investor series at thinklinkstore.com. If you use the discount code BUYNOW, I'll give you substantial savings. And be sure to visit my website and sign up for my free weekly newsletter at thinklink.com, where you'll see that I'm working to rebuild America one house at a time.